Hey guys, this is Andrea with Mike's Camera, and I have Ashley from Sony here today with me. And Ashley, what do you have to show us?
So we brought in a new toy that's coming out, the newly announced 50mm 1.4 G Master. And to kind of give perspective and scale, I also have the 51.2 G Master here as well, just so we can see how much smaller and lighter this lens is.
And that is an impressive difference. So why should somebody buy this 50mm over a different 50?
Sure, so within Sony, we've got a number of 50mm lenses, everything from a 1.8 to a 1.2, we have macros, all kinds of things in that span. Three that kind of get looked at a bunch here though are the 51.4 Zeiss that we used to have, the newly announced or newish 51.2 G Master, and then of course this one. The impressive thing here is our 51.4 Zeiss lens that we had was about the same size and weight as the 51.2. So when this came out, it was super impressive because we got a lot more light gathering, a much smaller package, lighter, a lot faster, sharper. This has really all those same benefits the 51.2 does, but again, smaller and lighter. I mean, it's a fraction of the weight, maybe close to like half the weight. Like it's noticeably different. So the big benefit, I would say, for anyone who's looking to just keep the kit small, light, but wants a lot of light gathering, sharp optics in their bag.
Nice. All right, so what are some of the new features on this lens?
So for this, the big change, we're going to compare this to, I guess, the 51.4 Zeiss, because that would be the more direct. New focus motors in the lens, so the focusing is a lot faster, a lot quieter. It's better for video as well because of all of that. You have the aperture ring, which was on the 51.4 Zeiss as well. The ability to declick that, so if I'm doing video, I can go from noise for still photography, for video, there's just no clicks. So it makes a nice smooth transition there. You do have the ability on this lens, which I really, really like, to lock it into the automatic mode. So then I can control it on the body. In the 51.4 Zeiss, the downside is it would easily get bumped and moved off of that aim. Here we have an iris lock, so I can actually lock that and then the lens won't shift out of that aperture. Buttons on the lens as well. These allow me to set a custom button for it. You'll see there's two different ones here. So if I have it on the camera and I'm shooting horizontally, it just indexes with my thumb. If I shoot vertically, it still indexes with my thumb. So same button, just two locations.
What are some of the attributes of that button? What can we assign to that button?
Tons of things. I want to say you probably have upwards of maybe 80 to 100 different functions you can set on that button. So you have a ton of choices here. Two of the favorites I actually really like to use. One is putting the button to do autofocus, manual focus toggle. So if I'm taking pictures, I don't have to pull the camera away from my face, find that button, and go back to shooting. I can just press it because it's right where my thumb rests. The other one I really like is if I have a full frame camera, setting it to do a 35mm or Super 35 crop. So if I'm doing video, things like that, 50 is not giving me quite enough reach. One button press, pops me right in.
All right, very good. What types of videography or photography is this lens best for?
Honestly, 50 is just a great overall focal length. So whether you're doing portrait or landscape shooting, if we're doing event photography, weddings, things like that, it's just a great focal length. Same with video, it gives you kind of that natural human perspective, if you will. So I think it'll be great across a variety of genres there. So.
Okay. Are we going to have any trouble with distortion on this lens, out of the edges, or aberrations?
No, so the benefit of it being a G Master lens is it's going to be sharp from corner to corner. Just like the 51.2 is insanely sharp, so is the 51.4. Improved quality of glass that is in all of these lenses too, being a G Master, so we get a lot less chromatic aberration, things like that.
Yes. All right. Is it stabilized?
It is not. A lot of the primes are not, and typically being at those brighter apertures, you just don't need it.
So do we have a weight comparison here? We said it's maybe about half.
Yeah, if you pick up a 51.2 or the old 51.4 and hold them, maybe half is a little generous, but it is noticeably lighter. I don't know the exact spec off the top of my head, but it's an appreciable difference there.
All right. So what cameras will this new 51.4 work with?
The whole Sony lineup, so anything in APS-C crop, anything in full frame, any of the cinema cameras.
Nice.
The whole board.
Very versatile.
Yeah.
All right, so who should be buying this lens?
Everybody should be buying this lens. Again, I think this works for just about everyone. If you were on the fence, kind of holding back on buying the 51.2, I think this is a great option. Saves you a little bit of money. You get the same kind of performance and quality out of it as well. A little bit lighter. So somebody who's backpacking, traveling, things like that where weight is a bigger issue, it's going to be a huge advantage there.
Nice. And so when's it going to be available?
So this just changed. It was going to come out in May. It's now coming out late April. So it actually got moved up. So a little
That's
sooner.
a fun surprise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So, well, thank you for showing us your very new toy, the Sony 1.4G Master with Ashley from Sony.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys.